good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I am Shivangi Balke, founder of Thrive with Mentoring. The website is thrivewithmentoring.com. I would really like to welcome all of you to what I know is going to be a very interesting conversation. I'm joined here by Mrs. Saroj Bakthula. Saroj is a managing partner in a very well-known law firm in India. She's an advocate and she's also a mentor with Thrive. Welcome to you, Saroj.
Thank you, Shivani.
How are you?
Shivani, thank you for giving me an opportunity. Yeah, fine.
Well,
it's really good to connect. Sitting in different zones.
Yes,
and having a great chat. Yes. And having a chat across, it's really great.
Okay, well, I've been looking forward to speak to you. You're definitely the first lawyer I have on a Facebook Live session. And I was wondering...
being a lawyer, I'm not supposed to advertise. So I will not talk anything about, I will only talk about the challenges and what are I had to overcome.
Sure, okay, yes. Right. I think that's what, I mean, for us, this is going to be a session with you, which is not less in your professional capacity, but much more in your personal capacity, right?
Yeah, and personal life. I'll be talking more about my personal life.
Yeah. So can you walk us, Saroj, through your life journey a little bit, how you started, because the topic of our conversation is going to be how to reintegrate back into the workforce after taking a career break, because I know that this is of high interest to many, many women, many Thrive women, but also many, many women in general. But for that, we need to understand your context a little bit. Can you chart for us your career journey, Saroj?
Yeah. First, I'll introduce myself. Okay. Yeah. I'm Saroj Bakthula, lawyer by profession and a partner in Vakils Associated. I started my career as a junior advocate with my senior, Mr. B.K. Sesho, who was well assisted and guided me and got vast exposure attending various courts as a junior. Then thereafter, I wanted to expand my scope of work and applied for a legal job to Steel Authority of India. And the set selection was all India basis. And right. I was selected as I stood first among women. And that changed my lifestyle. It was totally a change of my lifestyle. When I took up the job, I worked independently. I enjoyed the benefits of what my company offered and did quite well in my career. This is step 2 of my life. Then came my marriage. My marriage was an arranged marriage. I didn't know my husband before getting married. It was an arranged marriage, and I'm adaptable to changes and I welcome changes. And I'm very flexible. So after marriage, things have changed, priorities have changed. So I was blessed with 2 sons, and my husband had a transferable job where every 3 years he was supposed to be transferred out of Hyderabad.
Right.
I was blessed with 2 boys. And right now, my elder one finished his engineering and he's working for an MNC company.
Yeah.
And my younger one is doing his MBA.
Right.
Then thereafter, because it was very difficult, I had to give up my job. Though I stood first among the women, I had to give up. I was literally very reluctant to give up my job because I had to work so hard to get this job. But due to my family commitment, I had to give up because family is more important than the career at that point of time. Yes. So I have chosen family. So I had given up mine and I have taken a break because children were too small. And then I had to reinforce myself and I joined a law firm in Hyderabad.
Right. Then, so how long was your career break?
Yeah, I had a career break of 4 years.
4 years, okay.
I had a career break of 4 years, and it was, see, these 4 years, it was very difficult. I don't know what is outside world. I don't know what's happening in the profession. It was only children, house, husband, only. My life was only totally with four corners of my house.
Yeah.
So I was so in a shell, you can say.
Right.
Then,
Right.
yeah. Thereafter, I should thank my senior, Anita Chandra, who had, I could re-enter my workforce.
Yeah.
I could re-enter my workforce, who has introduced me to Shirin, where I'm sitting in the present office.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sitting in the present office, who at that time had set up a law firm in Hyderabad.
Yeah.
And with parents' support and with in-law support and with my husband's support, I challenged myself and learned to rise above all limitations.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that sounds
Crossing all
wonderful.
boundaries. Yeah, crossing all boundaries, merging both home and work, evolve myself as a professional corporate lawyer. I call myself as a professional corporate lawyer because I do a lot of work for corporate sector, and
Right.
I do appear in courts, mostly in high court, and I do corporate work. So
Yeah.
I enjoy doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. And Saroj, when you took this break, you said that you were a little bit in a shell, and it seems that one of the ways in which you could come back was because you knew somebody who gave you this opportunity. Is that a correct assessment? That you
Yes.
actually it was
Yes.
through your network.
Yeah. She was my senior in college.
Yes.
And when she had opened an office in Hyderabad, she just told me, I need good hands. So
Yes.
I come in the bracket of good hands. So we were looking out for good hands. I give
Yes.
credit to myself because out of hard work, I'm in the bracket of good hands. So
Sure.
that's how I joined the profession. And initially, it was only for 2 years, 2 hours in a day, and
Yeah.
it slowly I have increased it to 3 hours, 4 hours, because my children were 4 and 6 when I joined,
Right.
because they need my attention at home also.
Yeah.
And when I joined, my husband was transferred. He was not there with me. So I had a babysitter at home who was taking care. So I have taken small steps initially.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had taken small steps and then I expanded myself.
Sure. What do you think? I mean, if you were to back, Saroj, on that sort of reality with women today, that they might have similar challenges around taking a break because of family commitments. What is the advice you would give them in terms of reintegrating, entering the workforce? Two things I have already heard from you. One is capitalizing on an existing network, and you already had the reputation of, being a very good performer.
And I had a price tag of, yeah, I
Sorry.
had a price tag. I had a price tag of Steel Authority of India, which I'm very, yes,
Right, right. So you already also had the experience from a large corporate, so that helped you, to
where
position
I
yourself.
work
Yes,
independently and I was confident. Whatever I do it confidently. I
yes,
have no fears. I take challenges.
yes,
Yeah.
yes. I
And
only met you once, Saroj, but you do embody, somebody who's quite fearless and who will go and, once you decide that's what you want to do, you will just go ahead and do that. I'm thinking more in terms of today's, workforce where, I mean, there are disparities, right? In a place like India, I think it is affordable to get childcare.
different roles to play. We
Yeah,
have different roles to play, Shivani. See,
yeah,
like when I joined, I have to play a role of a mother.
yeah,
Okay. I'm a mother, I'm a wife, I'm a daughter, I'm a daughter in law, and I'm a career woman. So I had 5 roles to play.
yeah,
So I have to take up all the 5 roles, and these roles have surrounded me. which compel me to do multitasking work.
Sure.
And to meet the needs and expectations, I have to meet the needs and expectations both at home and at workplace.
Sure.
So,
How did you
I have
balance
to.
that though? How did you balance that, Saroj? Because it is indeed true, and I think it remains a challenge for women, all across the world, not just in India, to be able to balance those. How were you able to make that balance?
I had to do extra work, I have to sleep less.
You have to sleep
Okay.
less. Yes.
Yes. I had only 24 hours. I
Yes.
have to give time to my children.
Yeah.
Okay. I have to give time to my children. So I have to see their homeworks.
Yeah.
When my husband was not there, he was transferable job. Of course, I had my parents' support. And once the children work is taken care and other things, then I would go to my work. My work is very challenging. If I had to appear in a court, I have to prepare myself. I have
Yeah.
to prepare my brief. Only when I prepare my brief, I'm confident to argue a matter.
Sure.
So that would go late nights. I have to burn a lot of midnight oil to come up to this level. I had to have very less sleep.
Yeah.
And for me, it was very important for me because when I have taken this challenge, when I have come back to workforce, I have to do justice to both.
Sure.
But I would prioritize what is priority for me.
Mm.
I would set few goals. This is priority, and this I have to take first. This can wait. This has to go first. This has to. That's how while channelizing things, it was easy for me.
Sure. Great. Well, thank you very much, Saroj, for sharing all of these pearls of wisdom. And like you've said, sleep less, keep
Yes.
networks,
Yeah.
and be very sure about what your priorities are. And I really
Yes.
like that you shared that, take small steps in the beginning. Do not think that right from taking a career break, you're going to suddenly end up in a very high profile, full time on job. You can start in a part time role and then maybe increase the amount of time that you are working in that role. To, as you said, different things. I think in different phases of our lives, we need to think about, what now needs more attention and what needs less attention, right? And then those priorities, if we are very aware of how to work with those priorities, then we are able to do justice. But it is true that it's not that easy to be
Yes.
a complete winner at everything and doing everything
Yeah.
perfectly, right? You
No,
have to.
I don't look for results. I do my level best, and I'm an ardent believer in God. And I have my faith in the divine that keeps me strong and safety.
Right.
Okay. Whatever I do, I believe in myself. I don't see for the outcome of the result. Result will follow. When you do the best, you get the best output. My way of thinking is that I think
That's very
positively.
interesting because you are underlining what the Bhagavad Gita says, right? That you do your best and then the result will come, which is a
Yes.
very interesting way of philosophy of life. Because of course we are living in today's world where people are always saying start with the results. It doesn't matter how much hard work you have done. What you will be measured on is the results that you are giving. And you have a very different philosophy, which I know is also followed by probably thousands of people, definitely in India, which is a more Eastern way of looking at things, saying you would give your best, and whatever needs to happen will happen.
Output will follow.
Okay.
The best result will follow. Yes.
Well, great. Thank you very much,
I'm
Saroj.
also, yeah.
Any last thoughts for our viewers?
Yeah. Thoughts for a viewer. Some tips I would like to share with all the women who are listening right now. Believe in yourself.
Yeah.
You are unique, you are precious, and your life has a value. Do not let anyone define you. But define yourself, but what you believe. You got it?
Yes.
Never ever put up yourself down, and do not forget you are the masterpiece.
Yeah.
A woman, each individual woman is a masterpiece, irrepeatable in the history of time. You're a masterpiece and you're unique. So never ever give up. Keep learning, keep growing, keep discovering. Okay?
Great.
And I have, yeah.
No, that's
Sorry.
great. Great. Yes. Yes.
So be grateful for everything you have and help someone in need. Generally, I do that.
Yes.
People who are less privileged, I go out of my way to help them.
Yes.
And me as a lawyer, we have a lot of interns joining our office.
Yeah.
So when an intern joins our office, this is the foundation. Like they are still students. They are not aware what is the outside world is like. So I just give few tips how to balance, how to come up in their career. That's more important. And especially if she's a woman, I have to be more careful how she has to balance her married life, her work life, and her profession life.
Yeah.
This is very important, especially for a young lawyer, because our profession, every profession is challenging. But being a lawyer is even more challenging, and we have a lot of things. Especially now we see a lot of women coming into the legal profession.
Sure.
When I joined 20 years back, it was men were dominating.
Yeah.
Most of the men were dominating. And it was very difficult for women to come up. So today you can see I sit in my office, and if you see the website of Vakils Associated and second in number, my managing partner, she's Shirin Setnabaria. She's a woman. When she started the office, we just started with 2 women, Shivangi.
Yeah.
We started with 2 women, and now we are 40 of us, 40 number.
Yes, yes.
We have 40 number that we have increased. So you can imagine the kind of hard work, the kind of exposures, the kind people have confidence in us. Why do people come? See, when I sit for a meeting, for the first meeting, my target is as a businesswoman, like as a professional, when I sit in the first meeting, I think this is the first meeting, I have to have 10 more files opened, 10 more briefs, because that's how I expand. And it generally happens. And for some clients, I just started with 1 and it has gone up to 75 or 1 client. And for other client, it was when I sit, they come back. So I'm really privileged. The confidence level I give to them or whatever it is, like it's really amazing. I feel proud and great about myself to come back.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Saroj. This has been very insightful, and also thanks for sharing your wisdom.
I'm very happy to be part of the Thrive group, because when I attended the event at Hyderabad, I have seen women from different professions, because this is the first platform I have come across. I have attended seminars, I'm member of other groups and all, but Thrive event was totally a different, and it was a totally different inspiration, you can say. People from different walks.
I also had the privilege of having, many mentors with Thrive. I want to welcome our audience here to find out for themselves around thrivewithmentoring.com. We have chapters in 5 cities in India, and we'll be coming to a few more cities. And we will be also collaborating with IWN, the Indian Women's Network, and CII to spread the wings of Thrive and to help many younger women to benefit from the likes of Saroj, who really bring their wisdom as a mentor to this organization. Thank you so much for your time, Saroj.
Thank you, Shivani, for giving me this opportunity. I'm really privileged.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's my privilege to talk to you too. Take care. Have a nice evening.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bye, sir.
Thank you.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Bye.